Welcome back to Newsviews. I'm Judy Sue. My guests here this morning are John Fontanetta, the project coordinator for Our American Voice, teacher Stacy Coglanese, the program advisor at Healy Elementary School, and Eve Torres. She is a fifth grader and a very well-spoken one at Healy and a member of Our American Voice. And we're talking about this civic engagement class that's going on at many of the schools here in the Chicago area, also some in the downstate area. Welcome back. I want to ask you this question and address it. Nowadays when we talk about civic engagement, which is wonderful, but sometimes it gets political. So how do you ensure that when you roll out these programs that that conversation stays in that neutral territory?
I think it's really important for us to emphasize our American voice, okay? It's not just my American voice. And so one of the goals of the program is not only to get students to voice their own opinion, but also to be able to listen to the opinions of others and to be respectful of other people's opinions and value them also.
Stacy, let me ask you, do you feel, how big of a need was this for a program like this, do you think?
I think with this generation, they're realizing more and more that their voice matters and that age isn't a factor in that. So I think civics education is needed in schools, and starting young is best because you can scaffold their experiences to make it relevant to them, but those skills will take them through the rest of their life. Public speaking, advocating for your rights, when you see a problem, not just standing on the sidelines, but trying to do something to fix it, and not just by yourself, but knowing how to bring others together, like-minded individuals to themselves, to them, and bringing them together to make this change that they see necessary.
Oh, so I'm going to bring the conversation over to Eve. So what would you say? You told me that you only got involved at the beginning of the school year, so not a huge amount of time. But what would you say is some of the lessons that you have learned that you enjoyed?
I would say just to not stand around and let people kind of push you around. You have a voice and it should be heard. Definitely that for sure. Not really sure.
What about what's something that you did that may have been scary going into it, but looking back?
Presenting in front of the principal. That was definitely scary, but it was easy though because I had obviously a group of people behind me, so it wasn't just me. But it was cool.
And had you before that had to speak in front of a big group like that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you are very well spoken right now, so clearly it is helping. But John, let's bring you back in. Do you feel like, when this program was launched, 9-10 years ago, was it, you mentioned earlier, this need for civic engagement lessons in our school, was that kind of leaving our curriculum?
Yes, at a time, many schools were dropping even social studies, science, in favor of reading and math, which obviously are very, very important. But that critical part of creating the whole person seemed to be de-emphasized in many places. And we feel like, this is all a part of becoming, a really contributing member of society, and we should not ignore that part of it.
And what has been the reaction from the community, from families of the kids who are involved?
They were a little skeptical at first in prior projects, but after realizing the success and impact that, it has made in the community, everyone's very welcoming and supportive of our plans. And we've sold out of all of our bracelets, so our fundraiser bracelet.
That's the fundraiser bracelet. Okay, for the bench, that is going to happen.
For the bench.
And when are we hoping this bench will be completed?
Definitely, probably by mid-June, before school ends.
Oh, we can't wait to see a picture of that. Any plans to expand beyond these schools right now, John?
We have, through word of mouth and exposure to the program, we have many schools now that are requesting how can we become a part of this program?
And how can they do that?
And we're going to be taking some applications, and we have our website. Our program depends a lot on funding.
Right.
Okay, and so my experience has been, and I've told people that we could probably be in 1 million schools if we had the funds to go ahead and do that. So as our funding allows us, we will continue to expand.
Well, continued success to all of you. And Eve, thank you for coming in, and good luck with this project. I can't wait to see the bench. Thank you for coming in and sharing
Thanks
this
so much.
information.
Thank
And that
you.
does it for us for Newsviews on this Sunday. Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And now let's go back to the news desk.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC7 Chicago YouTube channel.